So you've decided to play the finals and you're playing the slick, quick, and you never miss light build. According to the devs, the light build attacks with speed, precision, and executes hit and run tactics. Specializations allow for hiding and evasion. From my experience, the light class is the high risk, high reward style of gameplay. And in terms of esports roles, it does favor that Fragger entry style off angle of play. For those of you that are new to the finals, the three classes have 3 different move speeds, illustrated by light on the left, medium in the middle, and heavy on the right. The 3 builds also have 3 different health pools, 350 health for the heavies, 250 for the medium, and only 150 for the light. When you first start the game, the only specialization you'll have access to is the grappling hook. This guide is catered to newer players who are starting the game for the first time and wanting to play light. These are all the default tools that you'll have access to in the beginning, but as you play through the game, you'll be able to lock new guns, new abilities, and extra utility items. When you just start the game, this is the loadout I recommend. The movie default bad guy weapon of the Mac 11, the flashbang, a breaching charge, and a frag grenade. You also have access to a sniper rifle, a goo grenade, a smoke grenade. I would only recommend switching to those as a counter for a specific item you're having trouble with. So how do we have success as a light build with the grapple? It's important to remember that the light build plays way differently from the medium build and the heavy build. Because of your low health pool and low range, you're really trying to have unfair fights. You're not playing with your team in the traditional sense, and the light build is a little selfish. It's your job to cause chaos and pick off enemy solo targets, especially opposing light players and opposing medium players. We do this by using our utility, and since by default you only have the grapple, this means using your grapple to take high ground and close distances to already softened up targets. The Mac 11 has really nice DPS, but it also has really high recoil and not that great of range, so it's a tricky balance of getting close enough where you can get enough damage in, but not getting too close that you'll get absolutely destroyed by shotguns or hammers. As a light in particular, it's really hard to challenge more than one person at the same time, so sometimes it's worth spraying and then trying to get a different angle. When they think you've retreated, come in for a different angle of attack and start the fight in an unfair way. Early on, you can use flashbangs to be more confident with your pushes, but the most important tool you have is your movement. The grappler in particular gains high ground and space relatively quickly, so watch how I catch this player with his pants down. Movement can be used for more than just combat. It can also be used for moving the money around, grabbing teammate banners and rezzing them in a safe place, or just plain running when you need to. One trick that I like to do is use the breach charge to open up a new angle for shooting, grenades, or just to gain intel. In this particular situation, it wasn't that useful, but you could see how I could shoot down into that room if there are enemies there. You can see because of this grapple I have this height and I'm just able to shoot down on my enemies for free. Once you get used to the light build play pattern, I recommend switching out the grapple for either the evasive dash or the cloaking device depending on your playstyle. Dash allows you to give your best tracer impression, giving you 3 dashes, which you can use in any direction. And you can use multiple dashes to close distance or even gain some small height. This can be particularly useful when you're going across rooftops, or you can pretend you're inside of Jet and play Valorant for a little. Next, I recommend switching out the Mac 11, going for the XP54 if you're into submachine guns, the LH1 if you want a semi-automatic battle rifle, or the V9S if you want a pistol. For your gadgets, these are the ones that I'll recommend. The glitch grenade makes it easier to deal with turrets and heavies, the breach charge due to its shown utility, and finally the stun gun. Now the stun gun isn't as strong as it was in the beta, but I still think it's pretty good. I've seen some players having some success with the throwing knives, the swords, and the dagger, but I don't know personally. The items I recommend putting in your stash are a secondary weapon you're comfortable with, the motion sensor, the vanishing bomb, and then the thermal vision. Now I don't have experience with any of these because I haven't unlocked them yet, but in theory I think it meshes with the light's play style. And so far that's my basic light guide. I hope these tips will help you get started, but remember the most important thing is to have fun, find a playstyle that you like, and I'll see you out on the servers. Have a nice day.